In a move that's now officially confirmed, Pittsburgh Steelers general manager Omar Khan has made sure to bring back a familiar face to the Steel City. The team has re-signed defensive lineman Isaiah Loudermilk to a one-year deal for the 2025 season, a decision that has stirred some conversation among fans and analysts alike. While Loudermilk may not have been a household name among Steelers supporters, his return offers a chance for him to prove himself as a reliable and impactful contributor to the defensive front. Loudermilk, who was selected by Pittsburgh in the 5th round of the 2021 NFL Draft, originally came to the Steelers via a trade with the Miami Dolphins. Since then, he has spent his entire NFL career in Pittsburgh, with his primary role being that of a rotational defensive lineman. This one-year deal confirms that Loudermilk will remain with the Steelers for at least another season, continuing to develop within the team's defensive system. The 2024 season was a mixed bag for Loudermilk. While he didn't have a starting role, he provided valuable depth and occasional spot starts when needed. His most significant contributions came in short bursts, where his physical presence on the field allowed him to be a solid rotational player. His size and strength are undeniable, which makes him a key asset in the trenches, especially against the run. However, despite his potential, Loudermilk's overall impact on games has often been limited. As it stands, Loudermilk's role could become even more important in the 2025 season. The departure of defensive lineman Larry Ogunjobi, who played an integral part in the defensive line last season, opens up a spot in the rotation. With Ogunjobi no longer in the picture, Loudermilk's responsibilities could expand, and he could find himself stepping into a larger role as part of a defensive line that includes veteran star Cameron Hayward and rising talent Keanu Benton. The Steelers' front office is clearly hoping that Loudermilk can develop into a more prominent figure on this unit, with the overall goal of maintaining one of the most physical and disruptive defensive lines in the NFL. Yet not all fans are convinced that Loudermilk's return is the best move. A considerable number of Steelers supporters have raised eyebrows over his re-signing, questioning why the team continues to invest in a player who hasn't shown the kind of explosive potential that one might expect from a draft pick. In their view, Loudermilk has been little more than just another body in the rotation, with not much to show in terms of game-changing plays. For many fans, it's frustrating to see a player who hasn't consistently stood out or impacted games receive another opportunity, especially when the team is expected to contend for a championship in the coming seasons. Looking at Loudermilk's numbers from the 2024 season, it's easy to see why some fans might be skeptical. In 222 total snaps, Loudermilk recorded just 6 quarterback pressures. While he did play a decent amount of snaps, those pressures don't exactly scream dominance or reliability. Even more telling is his Pro Football Focus grade of 55.9, which placed him 112th out of 219 defensive linemen in terms of overall performance. These figures don't paint a picture of a player who has been consistently disruptive or a key part of the Steelers' defensive efforts. For those fans who look at raw performance metrics, it's easy to understand Why Loudermilk's return raised some eyebrows. On paper, his production doesn't seem to justify the continued investment. His inability to consistently get after the quarterback or make a significant impact in games makes it hard for some to get excited about his potential growth. There's a sense among some that the Steelers need more than just a rotational player. They need someone who can step up and contribute to a defense that is aiming for excellence. However, there is still a degree of optimism surrounding Loudermilk's return. The Steelers' front office seems committed to his development and growth, believing that he has the tools to become a more significant player in the future. This one-year deal serves as another opportunity for Loudermilk to prove that he can take on more responsibility and become a more reliable contributor in the trenches. If he can build on his previous seasons and improve his ability to impact games, he could still become a more integral part of the Steelers' defensive line rotation. What's clear is that the Steelers' defensive line will continue to be an area of focus heading into the 2025 season. With established stars like Hayward and promising young players like Benton, Loudermilk will need to elevate his play if he's going to carve out a larger role. The team has given him the chance to develop, and now it's up to him to seize that opportunity and prove his worth. Whether or not he can emerge as a more dynamic presence on the defensive line remains to be seen. But with the Steelers' defense looking to continue its physical, tough-minded approach, Loudermilk's return might just be the spark he needs to show that he can be more than just a depth player. Ultimately, the decision to bring Loudermilk back on a one-year deal reflects the Steelers' belief that he can still make a meaningful contribution to their defensive front. However, it's clear that the pressure is on him to show that he can improve on his previous performances and become a more consistent, impactful player moving forward. Fans will undoubtedly be watching closely to see if Loudermilk can live up to the faith the team has shown in him, or if his role will remain limited in the coming season. For now, the ball is in Loudermilk's court, and the 2025 season will be his chance to prove he can move